Everyone is obsessed with this AI automation. And as somebody who's made 5 figures in the last month with AI, I'm here to tell you it's completely dead. And this is from personal experience. And what the approach I'm about to tell you has allowed me to have reoccurring income, have income based on performance of the actual systems we create, have the flexibility to work on whatever you like, and actually build stuff. So if any of that resonates with you, stick along to the end of this video because I'll show you exactly the kind of system I've been talking about. But first, I want to get into just an Elon Musk quote. And Elon Musk has a 5-stage approach, which has been super instrumental to him. Basically, he gave a little speech saying he's lost countless hours, wasted so much time on something which he should have just stuck and listened to from the very beginning. And he knew it from the very beginning. And this is something I find really prevalent for myself. So what are these 5 key stages Elon Musk talks about? And the very last one is automation. So unless all the other ones before it are done, there's no need for automation. And this is why I'm saying AI automation is dead for most companies, because there's so much that can be done before the automation part of it, before integrating AI systems, which is so much more valuable and will have so much higher leverage that it's essential to focus on this before you can actually get into the automation side. So first of all, what Elon says is question every requirement. So you can imagine that's if somebody's having a sales cycle which is 20 steps long, why do you have to have a sales end? And we've actually experienced this myself. My presentations used to be like 30 to 50 slides long in the very beginning. And now it's literally around 7 to 8 slides. So step 2 then, delete every single part of the process which is possible. So once you've questioned it, delete everything which is not really needed. Then simplify and optimize. So just the rigorous cutting down, cutting all of the fat, and then optimizing everything based on your end goals, your performance goals. Then the 4th stage, which he said, is accelerate cycle time. So meaning increase the speed of what actually works and getting everything to be as efficient as possible with humans actually doing it first. So an example of this is we had a sales length which was like 3-4 months long. We would have to create so many presentations, we'd have to do so much research for them beforehand, we'd have to create like a 50 docs presentation, etc. And we found literally we just need to show them our demo in the very first call, and then they just start brainstorming stuff which is possible to them. And that opens their mind. And then we can say, do you see how this is applicable to you? And then they're sort of building the solution with us. And then finally, the last stage of Elon's approach is automating. So then automating that task. And he's talking specifically about the Tesla factory, robots, and all of this stuff. But this is truly instrumental to every business. It's instrumental to even if you're doing info products, online stuff, etc. And this is why I think AI automation is not the best thing to focus on, because everyone wants to try to automate systems in place. Like, I'll give you another example. Another client of ours was looking to create a bunch of content, AI-generated content, using the latest AI video models. And they wanted to just have one thing in place and then just rapidly produce it. But the problem was the first video doesn't hit. And then you're just automating another video very similar to that. You're automating another video very similar to that. And even if you've done your market research beforehand and you've created a video based on what is working out there in the market already, and then you just start automating that over and over again, it may not hit every single time. Everything is constantly changing. So first, what I'd say is post loads of different videos. You'd probably have to spend a bit more upfront time making these videos, but then seeing what actually works and posting so many times that you actually start getting an understanding of what direction to focus on, and then you start building the automations. And this is something I've made so many times. I spent so many times building an automation even before I built the full-on system, which was absolutely ridiculous. And this is what I mean by focusing on automations at the very end. And it's better to build out systems which focus on the higher leverage tasks in the very beginning. You can leverage AI to focus on those 4 preceding tasks rather than focusing on the automation at the very end. And what specifically do I mean in my business context around this is we would build out softwares specifically for companies which directly correlate to increasing revenue growth, etc. And why did we need to understand this? We need to understand what were the pain point of companies not actually generating that revenue growth, and then therefore in turn build systems accommodating towards that. Meaning, what was the golden nugget of pain that if we solve would unlock increase in revenue growth? And this all came through just asking tons and tons of questions. In the beginning, we wouldn't just do a mass cold email outreach system. We would have to understand what actually resonates in the cold email, what cold emails are working by actually manually sending them, and then once they actually work, then starting scaling that infrastructure. It's not just by sending a bunch of cold emails with copy you don't know worked or copy you found on the internet, because every single situation is different. So let me see. You can see my screen here. This was the system which we built out because it solely identified what the biggest pain point was, which was covering energy needs. And we were able to find stuff such as understanding what the energy output of specific facilities, this is for commercial solar, by the way. We were able to find what the output of specific commercial solar facilities with and without solar, and then what their savings would be, then leading to what the ROI, payback, offset, etc. And why this is so critical is because once you can find out and solve an issue like this and you know how to do it, then you can start automating it, and that's when it starts going so successful. So I wouldn't call this an AI automation. I would say this is an AI infrastructure build, a full system which we built out for them by doing all of that pre-research and then going straight into it. So you found any of this valuable? I was trying to frame this speaking to myself 1 year ago because I definitely struggled with this issue about building automations just for the sake of automations. And this is what I think loads of businesses do. They build out automations to automate social media. And they're not even posting 50, 100 times a day or whatever. They're posting like once a week. What's the point of automating that stuff? So all of this kind of stuff, I would recommend just breaking everything. You don't understand how powerful humans are at the moment. Maybe in the future, I have been in the world of AI for a long time. I think humans are truly underrated at this stage in time, and even Elon has said this, that let humans do what they're best at, and let humans actually build out something first, and then when it works, then automate it with AI and machines and stuff. And of course, in that process, you can use AI to brainstorm and generate different ideas, but the sole thing is, do not automate before you need to actually automate, and you've done all the pre-steps. So pre-step, question every requirement, delete any part of the process, simplify, optimize, accelerate the cycle time, and then finally automate. So if this was of any value, please let me know if you want to go into any more detail, if what you'd like to see. But I hope that was of help from my 12 months of experiencing in the AI space.